Welcome to the final of the Snake Eater Platinum Guide, friends. Today we are grabbing all the remaining trophies except for two, namely the classic game mode. You can grab that afterward, and the Foxhound trophy, which of course you have to do again. So one full playthrough on Foxhound. Yeah, we will keep going for now. We came out behind the waterfall and right away we see the first yellow duck here behind the crate. A little tricky to hit, but we will manage. And I would of course be happy if you gave that little thumbs up a push. So keep moving through the sewers here, and there's also a green frog here, namely in here and up above on this pipe. You can see it and shoot it. Once we have done that, we can climb the ladder again super long. That's why I'm showing you the map again real quick. That's how it looks at the moment, and then we can keep going. Oh, please note the chapters below. There I will write how many gecko and keratin we've collected, so yellow ducks and green frogs. When we come out of here, we will sneak back along the path to the headquarters, where we can put on our weird officer outfit again in a moment. So head back through here, and later it really gets pretty nasty, guys. You also don't need to change your camouflage here. That's actually not a good idea. At first I thought they might not recognize me that way, but since we are here for the second time now, the guards won't fall for that trick anymore. And it's a bit unfortunate if you switch outfits here. So stay in your outfit where you can also use weapons, otherwise it's a bit unfortunate. And yeah, I didn't go so well for me either, so we run through here in the back, and you can already see now that the guards definitely recognize you here. So yeah, just keep your proper outfit. It took a hit at first, and then I obviously just had to run through here. Our target is the headquarters. That's where we definitely need to go in, and ideally switch back to the old uniform, though to the snake style. Namely, go into the map here. Here we are in the headquarters. Now switch your uniform again to the snake style. Cool. With sunglasses this time, and yeah, then we keep going. Best to take out every here first. There are quite a few, and remember to grab the trophy if you don't have it yet. Removing all bullet with a knife. You can actually do that pretty well here. Take out the enemies, and yeah, back here we then have to put the officer's outfit on again so we can get through the room again, because we have to go back to the armory. And since we can't get through here otherwise, we obviously put the officer outfit back on. Yeah, like I said, I thought you could put it on beforehand already, but well, it somehow never worked out great. Grab the mask, and the door opens here, and you can go in. There are some lockers here, and here in the second locker on the left there's another uniform. We will of course take it, and we will be able to use it pretty well right away. In addition, there's another uniform back here in the second locker on the right as well, and we grab that too. The sneak-in suit, and yeah, so far so good. We can go through the door back here, and then we are in the next section, folks. In the weapons lab main wing. There's a little cutscene. Take your sniper again, run up the stairs on the right, and there's a yellow duck that's super well hidden up there between the crates. I find it best to run back here to the left corner. You can kind of see it a bit better there. And then take your sniper, and over there between those bars up on the left, there it is. Really, really hard to see. I will show you again in a second, but on the way, so to speak. And since I personally had eaten very little and Snake was also still sick, yeah, it was even a bit harder to hit the thing. In any case, we shoot it up there in the crates. You really can barely see it up there. You can see it again here. That's where the thing is back in the corner, right? So showing it again, sometimes it's really a bit tricky to find the thing, and I personally found it in the hardest yellow duck by far. Yeah, maybe there is some other spot where you can see it better. Maybe up there from the tank. Anyway, the main thing is we take it with us. Even from here you can barely see it. it's a bit tough. There on the left, that's it. Okay, enough with the yellow duck, let's move on. There are a few guards now. Let yourself get shot here once if you don't have the trophy yet. That's how I personally did it, and then used the knife to remove a bullet from my head. That's athletic for sure, and for that we got the trophy Don't Touch the Sides. And yeah, that's of course very easy, so if you got hit by a bullet, you then just have to cut it with the knife. Yeah, so far so good, we have done that too, that's fine. And we will of course take the trophy. You can also grab it anytime somewhere else. Yeah, the bullet was in my head here, and that's where I pulled it out. Okay, moving on. Yeah, we are a bit exhausted, no food items. I also didn't really think to pick any up. There's still a lot of stuff lying around here. Go ahead and grab that, and then go over here to the other side. There's also the green frog, and as I said, you can calmly pick up a few rations here. But keep your weapons, because you still have to somehow shoot the green frog. So we will go through here, and then on the right side is where it is. Also watch out for the dudes, they are always ratting you out. Here's the green frog, we will shoot it right now, and then we will take another quick look at the map. Then you can see again where the two things were. So the gecko is really tricky. I personally found that pretty wild. Anyway, so far so good. Now we will grab the maintenance suit, and then people won't see us well anymore. Or rather, they won't recognize us at all, because we belong to the maintenance crew, with an eye badge and a bandana on the head. They obviously don't get that. So let's put one foot in front of the other, go down here, and now you have to place the 3 on the things, so the story continues. So open up your inventory, equip the stuff real quick, and then you can place it on the generators or energy cells or whatever they are. You can attach it here for sure. Grab the 3 and stick it here once. There are 4 of them in total, and of course I will show you where they all are. Important, make sure you grab everything beforehand, because after this we will go into the next scene and you won't be able to come back here for a while. Important that you really check everything now, because the point of no return is coming soon. And yeah, you can theoretically still run back through the levels a bit here in case you're still missing something. But once you place the last one, it's basically over here and you can't go back for now. So keep that in mind for sure. Yeah, so far we have done that. Then go up here and also place the last these 3 on this part, and then we can move on into the cutscene, and the next boss fight is already there too. Yeah, when we get to the boss, definitely switch your outfit right away, otherwise we can't use weapons. That's why it's relatively important to put on some suit here, it doesn't really matter which one. And now pull out your weapon. Over here on this side there's a yellow duck, and over here and over there on the other side up top is the green frog. We will grab that first, bam, shot it once, and then turn around and on the right side take the yellow duck. It's sitting up there. There it is, and we've got it too. Yeah, it is the best to always put your weapon away with this boss, because as soon as you pull out your weapon he basically shoots you. And we don't want that, because we are going to defeat him in close combat. And that works pretty well. Yeah, don't get hit by the shots. You can dodge them pretty well with triangle. When he shuts up his power, you can wait briefly and then attack him too. Then quickly pull out your weapon, fire a few shots to drain his stamina, because of course we don't want to kill him, and then watch out that you dodge well here or counter his. I found it a bit easier to dodge, and yeah, then we go in again, grab our gun again, shoot a few times to drain his stamina, and that's basically how it works. For me it was actually a bit tricky, because I apparently hadn't eaten any food for nowadays, and that's why I really got smacked around here. Because Snake kept pucking and then somehow died from it, since I constantly trained Stanima. In the second phase, the game of course goes in the same way. Keep a bit of distance, try to dodge him by jumping here, then grab him, funnel him a bit, and then shot again when he's on the ground. That should really be easy to deal with. Once you've done that and knocked him down far enough, you will soon get the Lightning Rod trophy. Very important, pick up the package immediately. If you defeat him by Tranquilizer to get the uniform, namely Cold War, you have to pick it up immediately, because as soon as the loading screen starts, the scene is basically over and you can't grab the thing anymore. So absolutely pick it up. We will get the Lightning Rod trophy automatic. And now it gets pretty nasty, friends, especially with the green frog. And yeah, I will show you where to find them now. Immediately grab the sniper when the cutscene starts and you ride off on the bike. You now have to shoot these things while riding the motorcycle, and that gets pretty nasty. The first station is still pretty easy. Up here in the tower is the green frog. We will shoot it, of course. The enemies shouldn't really interest you here, and then it goes on with the ride until you get to kind of a hangar. You must not be in the next section yet. As always, there are 2 per section, so ride through here until you get to the hangar where the tanks are standing. Then stop again, and up left in the tower is a yellow duck. That was pretty easy. If you've already managed this now, absolutely save between scenes. But only if you're sure you really got both of them. Then you get into the next scene, and here it continues like that. And now it slowly gets pretty tricky, because you will drive around widely here and you can aim at any time. You will eventually get to a small square here, and there you should already pull out your sniper again, because upright is the yellow duck, and you don't have to rush that much. On the left is the green frog, and now you can just tranquilize the guys here so you can keep going. Once you have done that, absolutely save, friends, because you don't want to do that again. When you get to the runway, it gets really hard. Definitely save first so you can keep reloading this bit. Autosave happens pretty fast, and otherwise chops up your save. Immediately pull out the sniper and wait until turn left around the bend here. Now there are these crates with numbers on them, and yeah, you will see those crates here too. Here's number 4, and now we are first looking for crate number 7, because that's where the green frog. And it's way in the back. Definitely aim at it already and get in your sights. Now try to definitely shoot the frog, which is relatively tricky. Make sure to crate actually rotates while you drive by, and you definitely have it in the back. As I said, pay attention to the numbers so you really take all the frogs and yellow ducks with you. Then reload, pull out the sniper again and look for crate number 11. That's where the yellow duck is, and we have to shoot that too. Pretty tricky, the whole thing. And when you're sure you hit both, also based on the counter, then you can drive into the next area and then save again. Once you have done that, definitely save so you don't have to do the whole thing from the beginning again. So back in, pull out the sniper again, and we are looking for crates again. And on the right hand side, crate number 18, that's where the green frog is. Definitely shoot it, make sure it rotates. If that's the case, you can keep driving, and then also shoot the yellow duck. Here absolutely reload right away and then pull out the sniper again. The yellow duck is on the left side, namely between number 25 and 28. And there are these little catwalks. You can already see them in the background. There they are. And in the middle, that's where the duck is. So definitely aim there and then try your luck. Again, pay attention to the counter. There between 25. That's where it is. And here absolutely watch the counter to make sure you have done it. When you get to the next area, just stand up and here take care of the green frog. So stand up with circle and grab the yellow duck here before the tank comes. When the tank comes, you have to shoot the bomb so it explodes. If necessary, just reload again, but make sure you have saved beforehand. Yeah, the road trip before this. And this actually gets even worse now, guys. So when we get into the next scene, first switch to the rocket launcher because there's a small boss fight now. And with the rocket launcher, you have to try to shoot the side of the robot. So shoot into the side once, then it stops, and then ideally hit the other side too, or shoot directly into the hatch at the back. That is how you can beat it. And don't worry, he will climb out of the robot again. You don't kill him right now, shoot the rocket into the back to drain his energy. And then you get to the second phase pretty quickly, where you will of course fight the boss again. Here too, absolutely don't kill the boss, but yeah, take him out with stamina because we are not killing enemies in this playthrough. Run over here once, and when you get here, you are out of the motorcycle, thank God, and up there is the next frog. We will grab that too, be little careful when he shows up, feel free to go prone and then run over here again. Already take your tranquilizer weapon, and then you can also grab the yellow duck here behind the gun emplacement. You can shoot it there once, bam, there it is, and with that we can now of course get to the boss. Here again the map for an overview, and we now have to take down the boss. Here again grab the rocket launcher but shoot into the side once so the tank stops. And afterward switch to the tranquilizer weapon so you can drain his stamina. So one shot into the side, then switch to the tranq weapon and bam, shoot it a few times. And that is how he loses stamina. Takes a bit, but it is actually super easy. And that is how you can do it here. So always rocket launchers into the side and then switch back to the tranquilizer to shoot him again. Should really be no problem. I found the boss pretty easy, and once you know how it works, I'm very confident it will be relatively easy for you too. And there is another motorcycle scene. Friends, be careful here. This one is really long at the beginning until you eventually drive into a kind of mountain, and then it is really pay attention. I hope you save. That is also very important, so you don't have to redo all the nonsense before. So take your sniper in your hand, and after you pass this tree, aim directly right at the jeep. And there you find the yellow duck and have to shoot it here once. Once you have done it, there is nothing else to get here for now. You should probably just leave the soldiers alone. Try straight ahead, and attention now, the green frog is of course coming. Also pretty nasty, and it's get even nastier in a moment, friends. So drive along here, focus bottom left on the ramp. There is the green frog. Shoot it once and then yeah, keep going. You really have only a second to do this. Check if it was actually a hit, also based on the counter. Now definitely save again, guys, but only if you're sure you really got both. Then we will go into the next area, and I actually found it best here with a rocket launcher because I tried a lot of weapons, but I really thought the rocket launcher was best because down here on this rock, that's where the thing is, and if you shoot properly, you will definitely hit it. There's also a yellow duck here, and that one is pretty tricky too. You have to aim relatively far to the left so that the rocket hits it as well. It is on the left on a small branch on a small log. Namely, when we drive along here now and then take a sharp turn around the corner, then we can see it on the left on the log. And that's just happening in a second. Here we are turning around the corner now, and right here on the left on the log, that's it. And then we have got it too. Definitely safe if you hit both. Very important that you always do that, otherwise it can really be that you have to do the whole thing again from the start. When you get to the next area, immediately go into the backpack and switch to the M37. The shotgun is especially good here, and here of course you can also find a green frog and a yellow duck. The first is immediately here on the rock. Watch out, you only have 4 shots. So shoot it once here and that takes care of it. The next is immediately here on the right on the second rock. Shoot it once, that is where the yellow duck is, visible for just a moment. And this spot is really nasty. If you are sure you got both, definitely save, and then the next cutscene comes, and yeah, luckily friends, this damn motorcycle finally breaks. Because these scenes were really nasty, I have to say. When you get to the next area, Ava actually won't move an inch. That's fine too. We will just let her stand there for now, because she basically doesn't walk much farther with me anyway. And we will first run along the path to the right here. There's a small path that goes through, and there you will find a small tree trunk lying over a pit. And here we will of course pull out our gun again. Careful, there are a bunch of enemies coming here too. Watch out and maybe take them out beforehand. On this tree trunk left side it's the green frog, and directly opposite, so the right side, we find the yellow duck. Here, look down once, and down there, relatively hard to see, it's on the edge. You can already see it on the right here, and that's exactly where it is. Shoot it once and that is done. Now a whole bunch of enemies are coming, guys, take them all out beforehand. You need to make some space for yourselves. I'm showing the map for an overview again, so you have it too. Everyone should be able to find that. Watch the counter at the bottom to make sure you really have all the Garcos and Kerotins with you. Now it is the best to go to Ava and just knock her out. I found that by far the easiest. And then we can carry her to the target location. Important that you, of course, ideally already took out all the enemies here beforehand. And then just drag her over the target point. Shouldn't be an issue then if all the guards are asleep. Then just pull her across here. In my opinion, that went the fastest. Yeah, once she wakes up again, and that actually happens relatively quickly. Then you can go into the next section. In the next section, exactly the same thing again. First clear the path, take out all the guards, leave Ava just standing there, run through here, and at this big rock where these two dudes are as well, there's a nice big tree on the left side, and behind it is the green frog. Grab it, shoot it once, and now of course we will also get the yellow duck. Just run straight ahead and you will come to an open area. Here you can of course take out a few soldiers first and then grab the yellow duck. Down here, that's the first one already. We will of course take him out, then the dude over there, and then we can basically run through here. I think there's another one in the bushes. We can of course take him out as well. There he is coming out, and we will get him too. Otherwise the yellow duck is right before we can go into the next area. Namely here on the left on the rock. And it is sitting up there, and we will shoot it once. Now we have got almost all of them, friends. Only one is missing, as far as I know. Now you definitely go back and grab Ava, knock her out again, and carry her, to the exit. And then you can go into the next area. Kind of a bit weird. Maybe there is another way, but I found this the easiest. So we will track the lady through the jungle. Then she doesn't have to walk either because she is injured anyway. And so we go into the next area, and here we are in the last scene, friends. You really need to have everything now. Here there is the last green frog and the last yellow duck. Use the infrared device here to find 3 snakes. 3 rare ones on these trunks. And those are liquid snake, solid snake, and another snake. And then we go into food. Do not eat the Surinoko, very important, and grab the snake solid here. And then we move on. There are 3 in total to get here. So now definitely go to each lock again and grab the other 2 snakes as well before you even fight the boss here at all. Just keep going here then. So we check the first tree trunk. There's another lock here, and there's the next snake as well. You can see it quite well here with the infrared device, and then you can grab the next snake. either two, and that is Snake Liquid. Yeah, who knows what those names are about. You definitely know if you still remember the old entries. Good, we have got that snake too. This here is a snake we don't necessarily need. We will still take it with us to get some stamina later in the boss fight. And that's a green tree python. You should already have all those. Important is that you also go to the third lock here and grab the next snake here as well. Namely this one on the ground. And with that you have eaten all the food items. You will only get the trophy for that later. Don't be surprised. So we'll grab the snake, show it down once more, and I will of course show you later how you then get the trophy, because you don't get it automatically just because you have eaten everything now. We are done here so far. Can take off the infrared device again, and up in the trees there is the next yellow duck. Roughly in the middle, and there is also the green frog. So here's the yellow duck, you can see it up here, just scan the treetops and you will get the trophy for all the yellow ducks. Then we can of course look for the last green frog. And friends, then we have done that. We can now grab one more trophy here at the boss, and that is you have to counter the boss now. You always run towards the boss, basically let him attack you, and then at the right moment, namely exactly now, press R2 to counter him. So he really does have to be attacking you and set his punch, and when the boss sets his punch you basically have to press attack to counter him. Let yourself get grabbed again, and now press again, and bam, you counter him. And the second time press again when he punches you in the face. I unfortunately missed that one this time, but not a big deal. Let yourself get grabbed again, run behind the trees when he shoots you, and then go back again. Let yourself get grabbed and counter the punch again. Now and now again. Then we have done that too. So the dude is down as well, and of course we get the nice trophy. Finish him off now and train the rest of his stamina. Mind, body and soul is the trophies that we can only get here at this boss. So it's important that you definitely do it here. Like I said, let yourself get grabbed again, counter, and now counter again. And with that we have done it and are then also through with the game. Now a bunch of trophies are coming in, friends. The trophy counter bugs out a bit. Important that you go over everything with me again at the end. Beat the boss and the game ends. And of course you can watch all of that at your leisure. There is one important part, namely when you are present with the medal, there you can still get the trophy. Pay attention now that when you look at the president you absolutely press R1 and grab the trophy, always his man. And that happens when you salute now, and then in a moment you can look at the president with R1 and look into the window in the back. And there you can see Lord. So far so good. And with that we also get the last trophies. Back there on the left is the trophy. And there we can see him and pick it up. Now there is really a pile of trophies popping up. A snake has many hides, because now we will also get the rest of the camo items, all the remaining items we are missing, and of course also a few mini games unlocked, which aren't trophy relevant. You should really have everything now except for 2 special trophies, which you will of course still have to grab on the higher difficulty. And to also get the food trophy now, you have to go back to the main menu once, and in the main menu go to extras and then go to food collection. And there you will automatically get the trophy for 100% food, because we have collected everything here now. You are still missing this item here. It's not trophy relevant, it's in the minigame. You're also missing a few movies here, also not trophy relevant, and that's why they weren't in the guide here. You are of course still missing a few cutscenes which you can also grab later in the second playthrough. I generally thought you should only be missing the classic style trophy. We didn't do that. You can however go get it right away. And of course Fox Hunt by playing the game on the hardest difficulty. Yeah, with that we are done, friends. I hope everything worked out for you. You then have the platinum or you can grab it on the harder difficulty. And with that you should basically only be missing one trophy. So folks, until next time, I hope we will see each other again in the next guide. I would be happy. Take care, adios.